So right now I'm on a pretty impressive win streak, but yesterday I had a massive loss streak and then a big win streak, so I'm hoping that we can only get those good fights today, but damn, it feels very nice to see so many wins. And many of those wins I'm not even like barely winning, but some I'm just winning very handsomely because of how strong Wukong is. But I think I'm pretty much gonna be running the same team. Like, of course I have to adjust my picks depending what the enemy team uses, but in general I think I do like using the combination of both Rotos, Wukong and Helicat. I think I will be using Helicat a lot today again, and probably not a lot of Necret, and often the last two will be Duchess and UDK, but of course I will use Necret and other champions as well, depending what they pick and what I can do. But I'm pretty happy about the current situation. There was a lot of skepticism about Wukong and is he really gonna have enough damage to actually kill the enemy teams? But he definitely does. The only issue is that Harima passive, but outside of that he can do massive overkill damage. And by the way, on my last video I was kind of puzzled that often the surplus damage that the A2 does is much higher than the actual first hit. Like, I was doing something like 300k damage on the A2, the first hit, and then 500k damage from the surplus AoE damage. And I actually now asked from Zap from HH Gaming, so his channel is a lot bigger than mine, but wait. Go check out HH Gaming, of course. I mean, he's the guy that you want to ask if you want to know the clarifications on things like this. Yeah, shout out to HH Gaming. But anyway, he said that the reason why the surplus damage is often higher than the actual damage with the A2 is that the effects from all of the masteries and books and other effects that increase the damage are calculated twice, like on the original damage on the first hit of the A2 and then second time on the surplus damage. And that's why the surplus damage is often a lot bigger than you might think. By the way, this guy is picking all of my champions. He went with both Helicat and I use all three of these, so this is not a good fight for me. But yeah, so in practice it ended up that the Nuke Wukong was actually better than people thought it was going to be. When it was saying on the tooltip that the AoE surplus damage can't crit, many people were very scared about that, but it turns out that there was nothing to worry on it. Should I just go with Kaimar? I think I'm gonna go with Kaimar on this one. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a Nuke Wukong or not. I think generally people do run him on a support build and not Nuke build, so usually it's just me using him as a nuker, but he's definitely usable both ways. Yeah, even from his team it's kind of hard to tell, because of course Staltus and Helicat are gonna be nukers, but Wukong could be a third nuker. It could even be that... wait, what? Damn, he's picking all of my champions. I can't even use Staltus, I have to go with like Mountain King, I guess, yeah. Dude, he picks all of my nukers. But it could be a Stoneskin Helicat, it could be a Nuke Helicat, it could be a Nuke Wukong or support build. We really can't know, but... should I ban Necret or Helicat? Probably still Helicat, right? Yeah. I think so. Even though I did pick the Kaimar, but let's still ban the Helicat. I don't know if this is just a weird coincidence, or is he actually, like, does he know my champions and he's trying to make it very hard for me, but I use all of these champions and he's making the fight really hard, even though he doesn't have like insane team with all of the meta stuff, but it's all of the stuff that I use, so I'm kind of using my third or fourth best Nukers and so on. Should be okay though. I mean, I have UDK and Rotos, so, and there's even no Harima in his team, so my Rotos should shred this team. Very often I don't actually get to unleash the full power of Rotos, but if he gets some turns here, he will do some serious damage. I don't have a reviver though, and he's not protected by Necret, so this could go horribly wrong as well. Okay, nobody got slept, that's not good. I think I'm gonna go for A3 on Mitrola, because often those might not have reaction, and Necret is definitely gonna have reaction, so let's see, maybe we get lucky on Mitrola. Yeah. Often when people go for these type of builds and they want to get specific number in accuracy or resistance on her, or it can be both in her specific case, but people will not go for the max. They will go for the max stats instead of reaction, which can be a mistake if you use her in fights like this, but it really depends. You can't like use a cookie cutter approach on these type of builds, but Necrets though are generally gonna be very slow and always carrying reaction, so okay, maybe this guy doesn't have the reaction at all. I didn't even use the A2 because I thought that it wasn't gonna crit anyway, so, but considering that I have the Gaimar, I should have just done it, to be honest, but it's okay. He should have, I think he honestly should have done the A2 on the Staldos and he would have killed Rotos. But this is a stone skin Staldos, so it's seriously gonna lack in damage. Honestly, this guy is very high points. I'm very impressed that he's this high rating with the team like this. Unless he literally just picked it to troll me, but his team doesn't seem very good for being this high points in Live Arena. Even though the Wukong support build is kind of UDK counter, but it's actually, he's forced to hit the Wukong even though he wants to hit Mountain King or Rotos with the A2, and it's actually very good for me in this matchup. Okay, I think we should be in the clear waters now. Well, actually, it's not like, we're not really, to be honest. I mean, it depends if he has the damage, but maybe he doesn't with the stone skin build. I may be still able to win, but I'm not even sure if I can win anymore. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna lose. I mean, UDK can be tanky, but I think I don't think I can win this. Damn. I almost thought that I had it, but yeah. Mountain King was so low HP that yeah, okay, I can just surrender. Damn. Maybe if I got buff strip and I feared him, maybe I could have finished him off with UDK, but with the Wukong also in there, it wasn't gonna happen. So we're starting off with a loss, but like I said, I would have wanted to use literally all of the champions on his team, so I had to go for my alternative options, even though my team wasn't really that bad, to be honest. I mean, I did have Rotos in the fight. I guess my account just got so much better with Wukong that even when they pick everything, I can still kind of make a good team, but maybe I should have picked double Reviver instead of Kaimar and just tried to play it safe, because his team wasn't like that tanky at all. I often kind of, when I meet something that I haven't fought before, even though it's not really that good in reality, I lose to those type of teams surprisingly often, even when I think I shouldn't. And then on those really good teams that I'm used to the matchup and I have thought about it a lot, very often I can pull off a win, even though it's a very hard team and I really shouldn't be able to beat those teams. Like those Taras and Mariska teams. Also, I'm gonna go with the strategy that my primary first 2 picks are gonna be Duchess and UDK. And then my third pick is usually gonna be Wukong and not Rotos, because I do think Wukong is still more popular than Rotos, though both of them are very popular, so it's not gonna be many fights where I'm gonna get both of them, but probably it will get better over time and people will end up using Wukong less and less. Who knows? Maybe he gets popular. I mean, UDK got much more popular over time. It wasn't too popular at all at the start, actually. I remember people were complaining that he was a bad champion and so on, and I was able to get my first top 3 finishes and my first red trophy because of UDK and using him in classic arena offense. I can't go with Helicat either if he's going with the Ukko, so... I'll just go with this. I could still consider going with Helicat, since I do have the last pick, so I could potentially ban Ukko, but let's first see what he does. Yeah, I mean, Helicat actually could be kind of nice here, but he's definitely gonna go first, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a turn with him, but should I still do it? It's either gonna be Helicat or Python. That's definitely... Wait, should I just go with Necret? Nah, let's just go with Necret. I'm overcomplicating things. I think in this fight I should go with Necret. If he ends up banning Duchess, I'm still gonna have Wolfster and he can't place block buffs on me. And it's just gonna keep my Nukers alive. And if I just can stay up for a couple turns, I can definitely kill this team even with Staltus, so I should focus more on survivability than trying to get some extra damage or utility. This fight isn't gonna last very long anyway, so better go with Necret than a Reviver. Okay, it's the time of the video where I need to check that. Am I recording? Okay, good. Then we can move on. To be fair, I mean, he almost has a very good team, but the specific setup that he's using is not very common. I mean, if he had something like Taras or Mariska instead of Ukko, it could be a very hard team, or maybe a Chorchit or a Baron. Baron would be very good in this team, but the way it is, it's something that I can survive pretty easily, at least for a couple turns, and like you see, he's getting one shot. His team isn't very tanky one, so... I mean, speed teams definitely work, but usually they are gonna have lockout, first of all, it forces a ban, and then they're gonna have something like Chorchit or Baron, or bombs. Bombs are also a very good option in those kind of teams. Well, basically speed teams are the only type of teams where you can pull off using bombs anyway, since everybody is using something like Siphi or Duchess and other immunity and cleanse champions. But honestly, the first 2 opponents, neither one of those teams is that scary. Even though I did lose to the first one, but I should have just gone with different team, but he was making it kind of hard for me with picking all of my champions. I guess I can't really complain about that too much, because if you use something like Taras or Mariska or Harima or Siphi a lot, then people are always gonna pick your champions, so... I'm kind of used to the fact that very often I just get everything that I want, but Now, right now with the current meta, with me using Wukong and with people using UDK often to counter me, I'm not really getting my exactly most wanted team very often. And sometimes I also can't pick it even if I want to, because it's not good matchup, but in general it's definitely my best team. Should I go maybe with no, let's just go with Nukers and then see what he picks as support. Yeah. Let's play it safe and not make any mistakes. I want to go with these two anyway, so let's not even consider using Staltos against this one. Even though against some squeezy teams, Staltos can be very good if, like, since he has AoE nuke and if he just gets a turn, but or has two AoE nukes, but both of these nukers are much better than Staltos, so I shouldn't even consider that option. Okay, this guy is using a Tranda. That's not very common anymore. Tranda used to be my favorite champion at one time, and if you played this game maybe 2 to 3 years ago, it probably was your either most wanted champion or the best champ. Wait, what? Let's go with. Fuck. It was either your most wanted champion or your best champion, definitely. She used to rule classic arena meta for several years in row and was considered the best nuker in offense. But those times are long gone and nobody even thinks about Tranda anymore. I mean, she's still good for Hydra if you cheese the decapitated heads with her A2, but outside of that she isn't really too relevant in anything else. She does have very high base HP for a attack scaling nuker, probably the highest one in the game. She has 22k base HP, which is a lot higher than most champions and definitely much higher than any nukers. It's much higher than most HP scaling champions, to be honest. Okay, both of my nukers got CC'd, which isn't good. I don't know if he's actually running a stun build, but probably I just got unlucky there. Nobody really builds Tranda with accuracy usually, but UDK saves me by eating the hard-hitting short-hit nuke. I mean, it's no secret, if you played this game long time ago, you would know that Tranda only double hits if you kill the target. If you don't stun target, so you want to build her on low accuracy on purpose, and that's what everybody usually does. But if you have empowered Tranda, it might be kind of hard to do it in practice, but even still people will go for as low accuracy as possible. Otherwise you will lose half of her damage on the A3. Her A2 hits equally as hard and can even be better in the right situations if you have debuffs on the enemy or you can A2 a low defense enemy. But it's a lot more harder and tricky to use than the A3, which is just a straight up normal AoE nuke. Okay, let's see some really massive hit here. How much am I gonna hit against this team? I mean, George, it has strength and defense buff, but it's still gonna hit very hard. Okay, it's not that hard, 140k. That was with the buffs though, to be fair. Because I've seen it hitting 300k on Duchesses, but that actually wasn't that hard. Probably I also didn't proc Helm Smasher, I don't think. Considering that I had attack buff and sometimes I do 200k hits on Wukong without attack buff. Maybe I can actually get to... If I start playing every day now, maybe I could get to 4,000 points fairly fast. I feel like I've definitely never had this easy time in live arena as I'm doing right now. I mean, to be fair, we didn't fight any teams with the duo just yet, but I'm sure we will later on in this video. Damn. Again, he picked both Helicat and Wukong, which is making it a lot harder for me. I don't want to preach about it too much because I know that that can be annoying too, but I mentioned it before that people always complain about the free champions, but Helicat was a fusion and Wukong was a free login reward, and both of them are insanely good champions in arena, so you can't really complain on those two. And of course Rotos was a fusion as well, but that was many years ago. I don't think there's too many players left in the game from those times. I guess I'll go with Status. I'm almost thinking about going with Mountain King, but he has so many Spirit Affinity champions in his team. I'm not sure if that would be a good idea. I was kind of hesitating, should I go with Python or Ukko, but let's just go with Ukko. I think there's a good chance he's gonna ban my Duchess, so I kind of wanted to go with the second reviver, even though Ukko isn't gonna... Okay, nice. Even though Ukko isn't gonna be very tanky. I'm totally fine with him banning my Ukko. I can still deal damage through Helicat with Rotos, and now I have revive and I can stay up for until I win, I think. Damn, he has a lot of stone skin as well. The other guy too that I lost to was running stone skin Staldos, and I often don't really like stone skin Nukers that much because you're gonna sacrifice a large amount of damage to do it, but which one do I want to kill? Let's just kill them. Never mind, I'm stupid. They're all in stone skin, so I can't kill anybody anyway. But there's no way he's gonna have enough damage to kill my team with 2 stone skin Nukers. My team might not be very fast, it might not have the most impressive meta champions, even though it does have some of them, but it is very tanky. That's the one thing that all of my teams have in common, but... So this type of team is excellent matchup for me. If it's a speed team and they have hard CC or something like Georgid, they can still shred through my tanky team easily. But something like this, like, I don't... Even if I just had the UDK and Duchess, I'm not sure how easily he could even kill me, if he can kill me. Duchess is in both Bolster and Immortal, and is like 143k HP or something. And we have the UDK as well, so... I mean, like, if I only have those two, I assume that he can kill me eventually, but it's not ever gonna be too easy. And with my team trying to kill him as well, I don't see how I could lose this fight. But he is much higher points than me, so I guess it works. I'm honestly surprised that if this works against other people than me, but he is almost 4k points, so I guess he's actually using those stone skin Nukers. I definitely have the gear to make several stone skin nukers, but I just don't feel like I would have enough damage if I did it. The only one that I would do it on, and I have done it on, is Helicat, but I pretty much always run him in a team with 2 other nukers as well. And right now my Helicat is in a lethal build and not stone skin build. Oh yeah, okay, I might as well show the builds since people often ask about them. Nothing has really changed in the last couple of days, so you probably will not be surprised by this, but that's my best nuke gear on my account. It's just kind of fast, good lethal build. I'm always trying to work on my Rotos gear, but it's kind of getting hard to improve. The only piece of gear that kind of could be upgraded relatively easily, and it's not that easy at all, but he doesn't have good ascension on the chest, even though otherwise it's a good piece. But the other pieces, even this one, it doesn't have crit damage and it might not look like that insane piece. But then you take into account that on Rotos, he scales from both HP and attack, and he has very low base HP, so fat HP is almost as good as percentage HP, and this glove gives him an insane amount of damage. I have several crit damage with crit damage ascension gloves, but for Rotos this one is better than those. I mean, it depends on the rest of the pieces and how you can fit them together, but basically my Rotos is ultra jacked and does some good amount of damage. That's my... oh, this build has actually changed a bit recently. So she's 142k HP with 192 speed. I have made her significantly faster lately, since we had the bolster Force Pass, which I did buy. And I did happen to finally get an amulet for him from the last TVC. I have been using crit damage amulet on my Duchess for God knows how long, probably like a year or something stupid, but finally she has an HP amulet. I still want to get a bit better ring. This might look good, but it's a defense main stat ring that doesn't have defense percentage, so even though it does have triple roll on the HP, I could definitely get better one, but basically it's kind of a medium speed, very tanky bolster build. Which the biggest drawback on a build like this is that it's not gonna give... generally it's not gonna do the attack buff before my Nukers, but neither Rotos or Wukong really need it, so it works with them, but it doesn't work with some kind of squishy Nuker like Ronda very well. Let's speedrun the rest of these, let's not tell the entire backstory about them. That's my Helicat build right now. It's a very fast lethal build, but it's still a nuke build and not a full support. Even though it's kind of both a nuker and support for me. And there's my Wukong. The same deal, it's my best nuker gear outside of Rotos gear. The one thing, I mean, I have said it many times and probably you do know it, but I will definitely say that considering regarding the builds on Nukers and their speeds, maybe a year ago people would like to build Nukers very slow. People even built Nukers slow on purpose, like you could make a faster Nuker, but you made it slow on purpose to wait out for the enemy reaction. And people were winning classic arena trophies with 130 speed barons and so on, but that's definitely not the case how it works nowadays with blessings and the live arena meta. You definitely want to build your Nukers pretty fast. I mean, you still want to have damage on them as well, but ideally you want to have speed on every piece and clip them at least. So something like 200 speed is a good goal, because if enemy is slapping you very hard on a champion like Siphi and then when they're playing manually, you might not get any turns at all on your Nukers, so... Sometimes people ask me that why are all of my Nukers so fast, but it is kind of the meta nowadays. I mean, it kind of depends. If you consider my Wukong fast, I think he was 215 speed, but he's more like medium speed, but relatively fast still. Yeah, I don't know if it's a nuke Wukong. I kind of want to go with Helicat, but if it's a support Wukong, then Helicat would be a horrible choice. I think I'll go with Staldus because most likely it's gonna be a support build. I don't know why, but nobody is running the nuke. I mean Wukong. Nuke Wukong, even though he's totally viable as a nuker as well. I don't know if I can kill him with this team. I'm really tempted to go with the Helicat, to be honest. Well, I must go with it. If that's a nuke Wukong, then I made the wrong choice. I really wanted to go with Helicat. If he picks Maritzka now and it's a Wukong, I'm screwed. Okay, it's a support build. And I guess Valkanen can do block revive and some high damage, but he has some kind of weird kit where he kills one of his champions, and I guess he's gonna kill the Wukong who is gonna self revive, so... But I haven't fought him too many times. I definitely have, but I'm not really super familiar with the matchup just yet. I have no idea how this fight is gonna go, to be honest. Is the Valkanen nuke? I think it's a single target one, like one hitter. Maybe if my UDK gets back from the stone skin, he can still survive it. So I mean, not the UDK, but I mean my Staldus might survive it. Maybe he's gonna one-shot my UDK and block revive it. I wasn't looking at my screen for a second. I think he got block revived, right? I think that's what happened, but I didn't see it. Let me confirm it. Yeah, if he got block revived, I'm done, but let me just make sure that's what happened. Yeah, okay, I think he got block revived, yeah. Well, that sucks. Maybe I should have picked Mountain King against him, but he had the last week and I wasn't sure what I could do. But look at this. So I'm trying to pick Wukong every fight, but in 3 of my fights, enemies picking Wukong. So if I want to get him, I need to pick him early on and prioritize him over Rotos. I'm definitely having issues with the support Wukong build too, so it isn't just that I want to get him a snooker, even though that's probably the bigger deal for me. Okay, well, now since I'm not gonna get the Duchess, I might as well get the early Wukong then. I definitely don't think that Duchess is better than Siphi for live arena. Sometimes people ask me about that because I always first pick Duchess, but I don't want to let the enemy have both Duchess and Siphi, so she's still my best reviver, so I heavily rely on using her. And I don't really use Arbiter that much because I don't have champions like Georgit, and my Arbiter isn't very fast in the first place anyway, so... But maybe I will use him in this fight. Should I go with Arbiter? I'll save Arbiter as my last pick. Nah, it's a hard choice. Let's go with Arbiter. Maybe I'll go with either Python or Helicat as the last one. I kind of want to see what he picks first, because he has Yumeko, so I can't really... Whatever he picks, I can't ban it, so... I want to adapt and see it first. Okay, it's a Georgit, then I think Arbiter was actually excellent choice here. Helicat would have sucked if I picked it. Should I go with... Yeah, I'll go with Cardial. He might still destroy me with that Georgit, but... This might make it very annoying for him if I can put revive on death before Georgit gets a turn. Cardial used to be my go-to counter that I used a lot in the early days of live arena, but I haven't used her as much lately. But the revive on death is definitely one of the better ways to counter something like Georgit. Necret wouldn't do it that well, but Joffred also could counter Georgit damage because he just can't like kill one champion with the AoE nuke. Yeah, let's just open with revive on death and not risk it with the ally attack. Probably everybody has reaction, so I wasn't really super keen on gambling, but maybe Georgit doesn't. Let's see if I can one-shot him or not. Oh, okay, he didn't take that much damage. I thought that it would almost die if he didn't proc reaction, but I barely touched him. I guess he's running double bolster as well with both the Necret and the Duchess. I think bolster Duchess is kind of becoming more and more popular. It used to be something that I was only running and everybody was still running Stone Skin, but now people are kind of changing their ways. And even on Siphi's, I do see people running a lot bolster nowadays. It's not always a maximum speed build anymore. Okay, this is not looking good. Oh, nice. I wasn't expecting... Okay, never mind. Surely we lost it at this point. Right. The ally attack is just kind of... he was able to kill the Rotos twice, and that kind of sealed the deal for us. Yeah, I don't think... His Georgit is still gonna move before my Rotos, so... I don't think I can make a comeback here. What? Okay, he made a mistake. He should have just A1'd my... I mean, okay, never mind. Salus is just gonna do A2. I was already thinking that... Wait. If I get extra turn here, then maybe I can make a comeback. No. Yeah, but if he would have A1'd my Rotos with the Georgit, he would have definitely died, but I guess he got it anyway. Yeah, if I had the Necret on this fight, it would have been a lot better, but I think he early picked the Necret. Speed teams are kind of easy, but I do lose to them pretty often. If you just had like double bolster and Harima, a team like that would not be able to kill you at all. Which is the same pain that I feel when I'm fighting enemy Harima teams with Rotos and Wukong. I don't think I have met a single Taras and Marichka team today, so either those teams are too high for me or they just stopped playing live arena once they got their Quintus. Wait, why did I pick Cardial? I thought that I already picked Duchess, but I guess I made a mistake. I must have misclicked there or something. I thought it was a Duchess. I guess they are pretty close to each other. It's not the worst pick that I can do, but it wasn't my intention. Cardial is kind of a weird champion for Arena, that it has always been pretty good, but it has always been like shy enough to actually be a meta champion, but it's almost good always. But there is always something better than Cardial. Okay, another speed team. I guess I don't have really choice here. I have to go either with Mountain King or Staldos, but Staldos is definitely going to be better against this. Hopefully he will open with the single target charged nuke, and I will... never mind. Never mind. We got slept. I mean, polymorphed, of course. Yeah, Wukong is turning out to be really hard enemy for me. It fits speed teams very well. I think maybe I should try something like a bomb team with Arbiter and Wukong now. He does do buff strip and block buffs, so he would be a very good fit for bomb teams. They often use either Ukko or Kimi, but probably Wukong would be a better choice for it. Wait, did he use the AoE nuke on the charge it or not? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't think he's really gonna get any turns anymore. Definitely Nekret might have, well, not definitely, but maybe Nekret would have been a better choice than Cardial. Oh, nice. My Cardial procced Frost Parry on... Frost Parry. He procced Frostbite on the... Charge it. Yeah, I'm a bit too tired again playing at the last possible time slot that I can do it on. I also often, that was like a Freudian slip, that I often when I'm like tired or I'm just not thinking straight, I think that the enemy charges are using swift parry, even though they are just proccing the unkillable from their the single target nuke. But that was a kind of Freudian slip, that I was talking about swift parry even though he doesn't have it, even though I was actually trying to talk about the frostbite proc. But and I'm not getting to use Helig. Yeah, let's just surrender this one. I'm not getting to use Heligas since everybody's using buff strippers. Like, not even buff strippers, specifically they're using Wukong in like so many of the fights. I need to get my Duchess to 6-star polymorph as soon as possible. It's not gonna happen very soon. I mean, it's gonna be next year, but I'm like 1/3 of the way into having enough tokens to buy it. I'm kind of having a surplus of the tier 1 tokens at this point, and I don't really have anything that I need them on, but the tier 2 tokens are very slow grind to get. Damn, we started off so well and now we're just getting destroyed by the enemy Wukong teams. Yeah, definitely the first 2 picks are gonna be... No, it's still gonna be Duchess and UDK. Because if I go with Duchess... No, let's go with Duchess and Wukong. I'm just afraid that they will be QDK and then either Harima or Lockout, and I won't be able to ban the UDK, but we will see how it goes. Wukong is so popular that I should pick it as my second champion though, and not go for UDK like I usually do. I don't know if even any of those Wukongs that I met got polymorphed today. Maybe in one fight, one of the early fights, I think Wukong got polymorphed once, but maybe they are running resistance builds on those Wukongs as well. That's kind of considered the endgame meta build on something like Ramantu and now Wukong as well, that you build them both with accuracy and resistance, and then you're kind of gonna be bulletproof against polymorphs unless it's a 6-star one. Okay, this fight is not looking good. I'm kind of ready to give up on the first 2 picks. I don't know how I'm able to deal with those, but let's give it a go. I hope he doesn't pick Lockout, but probably probably he's going to pick Lockout. And that means that I won't be able to ban the Harima. Yeah, I knew that was coming. This is gonna be insanely hard fight, and we're gonna have to basically kill the Harima and then do Wukong A2 if we want to win. Which is gonna be pretty impossible to pull off, but let's just go with Helicat and hope he doesn't pick Buff Stripper, and why would he not pick a buff stripper? So, but this is like the only way I can see that I would have a small chance in winning him. So yeah, of course he went with buff stripper. I mean, maybe Ukko gets polymorph. That's of course still a possibility. I mean, yeah, we will see. Probably not, but it's possible. Usually people don't build resistance on Ukko because you already have him in a stun set and fast, and you need accuracy, so it's kind of hard to pull it off, but you never know. My Duchess is only, I think, 190 accuracy, so even if he's not heavily invested in resistance, he might still be able to do it. Wait, did he didn't just steal the Wukong block damage, he stole also the Helicat block damage. Yeah, that sucks. I didn't want to, I tried to use the A2, but that just got feared. But I didn't want to use the revive because Wukong was gonna get revived anyway, and I'll save it for Helicat instead. Actually, if I just can get a turn with Helicat now, it's kind of looking good. Can I kill the Siphi? So close. Yeah, even though Wukong is not gonna hit hard because of the Harima passive with the A2, but I can just kill the Siphi with A3 now, and probably Ukko will die to it as well. Yeah. What? I can't believe that I won against this team when I lost against some of those other teams with that were a lot less scary than this one. I don't know how this happened, but it's the same thing that I was saying early on in the video, that sometimes I lose against very good teams, and I mean the other way. Sometimes I win against very good team and lose against not that good teams because I'm just more used to fighting the good ones, and some of those unique teams can sometimes catch me off guard and I pick the wrong champions or something else. It's a slow grind, but we're slowly getting to the 4K. At this point it's kind of meme. In my clan, everybody's just always memeing about the fact that I'm saying that I'm gonna get Quintus soon, and it's gonna be like 3 years from that, but we will get Quintus this year. That at least is a promise. It might not be this month or this week, but we're definitely getting Quintus by the end of 23. That's a promise, and that's gonna happen. I'm gonna play so much live arena that I'm definitely gonna be able to do it, I think. We will see if I'm proven wrong, but maybe some of my clanmates will start sniping me and trolling me when I'm very close to 4K, that they're not gonna let me have it. We will see. I should probably not mention it when I'm very close, because I think honestly they will do it. So I mean, I don't want to get 3 points, but I also don't want to make it harder for me than it has to be. The goal is still to get Quintus, even though it's probably gonna be more about the journey than the end, because nobody is really using Quintus a lot, and Wukong is probably much better than Quintus, but certainly I will use both of them. And I can't wait to get to actually use him. Again, we got to support Wukong, so I can't use Helicat. This kind of sucks. Wukong has basically killed off my Helicat strategy. It's even harder to use than it was before. I should build my init back and damn. Yeah, I should build my init back and use him against Wukong. Maybe that's something that I will try on the next video. Because those support Wukongs are always built squeezy and they keep reviving themselves because you're gonna build them with maximum speed and accuracy and resistance, and they don't have to be tanky, so maybe I can just snipe them with init and then forget about them. Maybe I could even pull it off with a stone skin init build. All I need to do is kill them with A2 and that could be it. At least if it's a speed team without a lot of shields, but this one at least has bolster on Nakarada, I assume. I was gonna go with Staldus, but maybe I should actually go with Mountain King. He's gonna be able to deal pretty well with Turvold. I think I can just kill Turvold through Necret protection, and if I can't, then I can do the A3 and probably finish him off with that. Which is gonna ignore shields and help me a little bit. Wait. Okay, that's a big issue for him. I don't know if that's his first time trying this team. I kind of had the same issue, but Wukong is lower HP than Turvold, and that's a major issue for him. I hope he doesn't proc reaction, but maybe it can even die through reaction. Who knows? Yeah, I think considering that I got rid of him, I should be good. Taras is always very scary, but surely I can stay in the fight long enough to finish it off now, since he doesn't even have any heals or revives in the team. I'm still gonna go through the Necret first, and then I'm just gonna kill the Taras. Damn. Maybe the Taras can actually wipe me. That's actually... Damn, I can't put the shields, I can't put the heals, and... it's gonna take me many turns until I can finish off this fight. He might actually be able to still beat me. Yeah, the support Wukong is still like a really big problem for me. I need to think about it after this video and maybe ask some people if they have any suggestions, but it's proving to counter my specific teams a bit because of me relying a lot on buffs and Helicat. And also the fact that I want to use him as Nuker and everybody is using him as a support and not letting me nuke with him. I can't even make a Wukong video since nobody is letting me use Wukong in any of these fights. He's always picked and I can never use him. By the way, I still haven't done my my Hydra keys. I have to do like 3 Hydra keys and edit this video and go to sleep before like my real life stuff tomorrow. So I don't know how I'm gonna be able to manage that. At least I don't have to wake up super early tomorrow. So, but even still, I have so much things to do that I don't know if I can actually do them. Damn, the auto was hitting the wrong target and not getting rid of those bone armor buffs on him. But surely I'm gonna win at this point, right? Taras is so strong that you can't count him out. Like Rotos, he could totally still kill me. I mean, not anymore, but if it was a really strong Taras, he could have still soloed my team. Even still, it's not that far away. But okay, I guess we got through this one. I don't know what's gonna happen with those mythic champions and how big number they're gonna do on Ukraine duo. I'm very curious to find out, but it's hard to make any judgments without actually seeing the multipliers and the base stats and the specifics about them. None of the kits seem like insanely like strong, like Taras and Marichka, but like if they have insane multipliers, then who knows. That one champion was kind of interesting. The Skinwalker one that had ignore. He had like revive with ignore everything, like ignore unkillable, ignore block damage, ignore. I don't remember all of them, but basically it ignores everything and does block revive. But I don't think that skill had ignore defense, so. But maybe she has a like super insane multiplier. Who knows? Okay, let's go with Wukong this time and not UDK. We will finally get to use Wukong. Assuming that it's not gonna be banned, and yeah, this is the last fight that I had anyway, and he did pick Wukong, so. He got to use the support Wukong against me, and now we're gonna show the nuke Wukong against him. And maybe he's gonna go with nuke build after this one, we will see. I think Wukong is like literally the worst, not the worst, the first champion in the game that is really good on both ways, and you can choose if you want to use him as a nuker or support, but I don't think there's ever been a champion that can do it quite like him. Yeah, again, he's going with very similar teams that I use as well. Both Helicat and UDK are taking now. He probably knows that I'm running nuke Wukong, or then he thinks that he's gonna ban it because he did pick Helicat against Wukong, which is kind of odd choice. I'm thinking he probably knows my teams because he early picked UDK and he's picking Helicat, which is kind of weird. Ah, damn it, I'm too slow. Yeah, he has. I would have wanted to pick like these champions as my last two, but he has all of them, so I'm kind of running out of options of champions that I can use. Maybe I'll go with Ukko as my last pick. I'm thinking either Ukko or Kaimar. No, let's go with no. I'm even thinking about Brogni. Should I go with Brogni? Okay, let's just go with Ukko. Actually, I should have just gone with Arbiter. I think that could have made sense. Oh, he banned Wukong. I was kind of still expecting him to ban Ukko, but maybe he doesn't know that. No, I mean, he should know that it's a nuker build, so. I mean, I guess Wukong will have some AoE and Rotos doesn't. Or maybe he was afraid that it's gonna be a hybrid Wukong that would have some accuracy and maybe would steal attack bar from Turvold or something, but it's not. My my Wukong doesn't have any accuracy. He also has the bolster, so there was no point in doing the Ukko A2 because it's not gonna place block buffs on him. But I can still buff strip him after he gets other buffs other than the shield, so... Basically, Rotos is not gonna do anything for several minutes. I need to wait out for the unkillable. Oh, nice. I stole the unkillable, but he still has the stone skin. I need to wait out for the stone skin. But I do have triple reviver, so maybe I can actually stay up for that long. And Ukko is definitely... He already stole the... Okay, yeah. He stole the block damage from multiple champions, and now he stole the... or removed the stone skin and stunned everybody, so I should be good at this point. Wait, UDK still didn't take a single turn. We're almost 2 minutes in. Imagine how much worse this would have been if I didn't remove the stone skin. Honestly, I think it doesn't matter what I do here. I could almost just auto this because there isn't much things that the AI could do differently than I would. So I just have to auto and pray that I'm gonna win, but who knows. Yeah, it's kind of okay, now let's put it off. It's kind of looking bad, to be honest. Oh, yeah, fuck. If he didn't have that UDK, I could easily kill everybody, but I think I'm gonna lose this one. I'm just not able to... The UDK was almost dead, but I just can't finish it off. And the Turvold is just shredding my team. This is not looking good. Maybe my Rotos can get one more turn before the Turvold. It does seem like my Rotos is a bit faster than it is. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's over. Wait, what? Okay, I can still win if I... maybe I can win if I get a crit here. But if I weak it, then it's lost. I need a crit. Okay, good. Should I go for A1 or A2? Let's go for A1 and try to fish for those extra turns. Okay, nice. Okay, that was very close. Way more close than I wanted it to be, but... I guess we did pull it off somehow. Turvold is definitely very scary when he gets to just do free damage on the enemy like in this fight. And the Nakarada is of course a perfect matchup with him, and those two are always used together. Nobody's actually using Turvold without Nakarada, so they are almost like a duo, even though it's not an official duo, but it's an official like rainbow duo. They might not be the opposite sex, but they do make the perfect couple, so... Maybe we can get them on the next Valentine's events. They always do 10 access or other special events for duo champions during Valentine's. Yeah, we need to lobby for Turvold and Nukers event for next year. They are popular champions anyway, so everybody wants to get them. And Turvold was a guaranteed pull for voids. Imagine that. Even he is kind of like a free champion. Not really, but kind of. Sadly, I didn't. Well, I didn't have the chance to do it in the first place, but also he wasn't very popular back then, so I didn't know. Which kind of sucks because I do have Necret, so surely I would have used Turvold a lot if I just had one. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to go with Rotos and UDK, but let's go with Wukong and UDK. I just don't want to go with both Rotos and Wukong and then let the enemy have both Lockout and UDK. Then I would be screwed. Yeah, I knew it. He was gonna pick Rotos. Looks like my champions are meta nowadays. I'm not getting my team at all. I don't know if I got my actual favorite team in a single fight today. Always something is picked by the enemy team or even multiple of my champions. I think we're gonna go with Staldus and Necret in this one. If I can still survive a nuke with Staldus, he can definitely threaten both of his nukers pretty well. But we will see about that. I do have issues with these types of speed teams. I'm getting so slurry with my words unintentionally. Wait, how much? Oh, we still have time left. Okay. Damn, my UDK does have triple reaction, but I just got unlucky there and didn't proc reaction. And if I proc reaction, then he wouldn't have got an extra turn and it would have gone a lot better. I don't know if I can kill even the Siphi at this point, but let's try it. Let's hit the charges and not the Siphi. Apparently they should hit harder that way, but even still the Siphi might not die. Yeah. She did have a shield and a buff, so. It's, I guess, another oversight by Plarium that the Wukong masteries and books and other damage increasing effects, that they get countered twice if he does the A2, so that's an interesting fact to know. So thanks a lot for HH Gaming for clarifying that one. I always like to keep up to date with all of the weird in-game mechanics, even if they are not very relevant to me, but that one specifically is very relevant and good to know. Maybe I should try to use Python a bit more against those Wukong teams, and he would have cleanse and he would be in stone skin, so he might not get debuffed anyway. Okay, we have a very hard enemy team this time, but if he doesn't pick something like Lockout and Buff Stripper, I do have a very good team as well, so maybe it's possible to pull off a win against him. Oh fuck. I need to I'm pretty sure I didn't show anything on the Discord, but I need to check it after the video just so somebody doesn't get mad at me that I leaked some private conversations. He did pick Kaimar, but I'm still gonna go with Helicat. I'm gonna go with it, but I'm gonna ban the Harima. I'm not even gonna ban the Kaimar. Even though the block damage is gonna get buff stripped, but we're still gonna get the increased defense afterwards, so I still want to go with Helicat. Okay, this is not looking good. I guess it makes sense that he's gonna ban the Duchess, but since we don't have a reviver and the block damage is gonna get buff stripped, it's not looking too good for me. Okay, yeah, I just got totally destroyed in this fight, I guess. I don't think we can pull off an upset win, but I guess we can try. He doesn't have Harima, so I mean, technically... Wait. Okay, I must just gamble here. Let's do the A2, not the A3. Maybe we can fear the city. Wait, what? Oh, he gets the immunity when Raka revives. I totally forgot about that part. Wait. No, wait, can we actually win this fight? Okay, Wukong is gonna hit pretty hard, even without the attack buff. Sivi will definitely die. I don't know if Raka will, but I think it's gonna take some damage at least, if not die. Oh yeah, it did die. Yeah, we're using the trick that we learned, or I mean, I knew about it, but there was something wrong with it. That's why I was asking from HH Gaming. But we're using the trick that we learned from him and abusing it to the maximum. Like basically, it's better to hit somebody else than hit the main target that you want to deal damage to, because if the enemy has low HP and you do big surplus damage hit, and the damage gets the damage increasing effects get applied twice, then you're gonna do harder with you're gonna do more damage with the splash damage than the actual first hit damage. Let me actually... This is not the hardest damage that... Wait. I'm getting lost on my train of thought. This is not the highest damage picks or what I have done on Wukong, but this is what I was sending him to ask about the weird mechanics. Let me show you. The highest one that I did on him is, I think I did like 500 something on the second hit, like 540k on the surplus damage. But you can see here that the first hit was against Tiffy, which was 343k, which is a crit. And then the splash damage is 458k on Necret, which is a lot more. And also, that Tiffy didn't have increased defense buff, but the Necret did, so... And still it did way more damage on the Necret. It's insane to see like 500k damage hits in arena, but you can do it with Wukong. He hits that hard. He hits even harder than Rotos, which is almost like impossible to fathom, but he really does do it. I mean, not against Harima, but in the perfect ideal conditions, which happen once in a new moon, you can do 500k damage with him. Against a real good team as well. I mean, the enemy that I fought in that picture wasn't like a bad enemy, but he was with attack buff and the Siphi was low HP, so he just hit insanely hard. Okay, damn. He has both Lockout and Harima, so ban is not an option. I guess I'll still go with Helicat even though he has Rotos. Now he has to decide if he wants to ban the UDK or the Helicat, but I'm not sure if I can pull off a win here though. Probably not. Or should I just go with Staldus and a second reviver? If I go with Staldus and second reviver and he bans my Staldus and not Wukong, I don't think I could ever win that fight, so... Okay, let's see what we got here. Well, I already know that I can't win this one. With the Hex from Mitrala were extra screwed in this fight, but there's just no way we can win a team like this. Even if I did pick Python instead of Helicat, but I don't think I would have had the damage to pull off the win, so... I mean, I got lucky and Helicat resisted the first Hex, so maybe I have a small window of opportunity to try to kill him, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Even if I get to kill the Siphi, I don't think Helicat can finish him off, so not fast enough at least. I mean, he can, but it will take a long time and he's gonna get hexed again and he's definitely gonna kill me with those Nukers. Let's just go for the A1 and not the shield. It's gonna ignore the Siphi shield anyway, and maybe after that, when it runs out, maybe then we will use the AoE. We will get bigger shield anyway with the increased defense buff on. Oh, what? Can we actually kill his city? I wasn't expecting to be able to do anything, but can we actually have a small chance to win against him? Should I do the A2? I don't think it's gonna do like any damage at all. Yeah, I think the A3 is probably gonna do more damage, to be honest. Oh, nice. We did get the block buffs on both of his Nukers, even though my Wukong has like 0 accuracy, maybe 120 or something, so that's nice. And nice, he actually surrendered that fight. Oh my, I wasn't expecting to be able to win this at all, but I guess I got lucky somehow and was able to pull it off. The fact that my Helica didn't get hexed and resisted the mid-roll was insanely big deal for me to win the fight. That feels good because we kind of shouldn't really have won that fight, but we did it anyway. Yeah, it's the same thing that I had the last time when I was playing, that I had I was doing okay at the start, and then I have a big loss streak, and then in the end I make a big comeback as well. Damn, we're getting to the last points. There's only so many points left to gain until the Quintus. I can't wait to actually test him out and make like videos of him and test him. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with my Staldus. Am I still gonna use him? It's not like I need the gear on anybody else either, so I'm probably gonna still keep him geared, but maybe I'm gonna use Quintus more than Staldus. Or maybe I'm gonna start using Nakarada a lot more, because he doesn't have quite as good A1 as something like Turbold, but he still has a very good A1 and it has good synergy with Nakarada. But I'll have to test it and try it then, because nobody's really using Quintus, so I can't really like make a lot of like assumptions or things, like learn things from their gameplay, because there is none. Nobody's actually using Turbot in live arena, so I don't know if I have ever met anybody that has used Quintus against me in any fight. I don't think so, but maybe that has happened and I forgot about it. Okay, another hard team, but we can use Helicat again, so we're actually, yeah, we're gonna have our best team against this guy. Maybe we can still pull it off. This is probably, to be honest, better matchup than for me than some of those speed teams that I lost to. Even though on paper this is a lot better team than those, but my builds and my champions are just wired that they are able to deal with this much better than the other ones. Damn, he got Harima in the end, so that does make it a bit tricky. This might be a pretty long fight. I don't know how fast he can kill me, but I definitely can't kill him fast, so unless he's gonna destroy my Duchess early on, then I'm gonna have to take my time if I want to try to defeat him. I didn't want to use either the AoE or the A2 because the A2 will do more damage than the A1, to be honest, because it also has better multiplier, unlike on Rotos, but yeah, I'll do it next turn, but I was gonna save it. But the A3, if I did it, then I would reduce my attack, and that wouldn't be smart, so... The A2 probably would have done a little bit more damage, but it definitely wouldn't even have been close in killing the Necrot. I don't know if I can kill him with the A3 now, but maybe I'll gamble with the A3 instead of A2. Yeah, I should have just done A2. I definitely didn't proc Helm Smasher there though, so I don't know if it would have died or not if I did use it. I mean, if I did proc it, is what I mean. Okay, let's see what the A2 does now, but it's without attack buff and with Harima passive, so it's gonna be way less than usual, but maybe like 40k, 50k, maybe. Yeah, 50k. Still a lot harder than Rotos A3 would hit, because Wukong A2 has much higher multiplier. Maybe we can still pull this off. Damn, I didn't want to get that attack debuff on me. Let's actually focus on the Harima. Nice, not a weak hit. If we can kill the Harima, then we can blow him up. Unless he's gonna like save the revive and never revive Necrot and wait for the Harima, which maybe he's gonna do. Should I... Maybe I will go for the A3, just to see if I can steal the buff from Harima, but probably she will resist me. What? I actually stole some buffs from Sifi. Maybe I can fear her. No, okay. Wukong did get his attack reduced now, but his attack or damage is not really gonna matter anyway, unless I actually get to kill the Harima first and then use the A2. Yeah, I think he's basically refusing to revive the Necrot, and he's just saving it for the Harima. Which is kind of smart thing to do, to be honest. Okay, never mind, he didn't do it. Okay, next turn. Okay, if I can kill that Harima now, then on the next turn on my Wukong he's gonna hit pretty hard. Well, I did get the attack buff though, that's kind of unlucky. But if not Wukong, then my Rotos is gonna start popping off as well, so it's super annoying that both the Taras and the Harima have decreased attack on me. Attack scaling Nukers have kind of it's a lot harder to use them than before. The new norm is kind of that you want to have HP or defense scaling Nukers, and attack scaling ones suck. Okay, I think this is gonna be it for the fight. I don't think the Taras is gonna die, but I think the Siphi is definitely gonna die, so... Can he still pull off the upset at the end, or are we gonna claim the victory? Or are we gonna break his spirit and he's gonna surrender the fight to us? Nice. You love to see it happening, and definitely every fight where I actually get to use Wukong, it feels very nice. I'm winning with Wukong. Okay, he has a loss with Wukong, but I'm winning with Wukong, and enemy team is also winning with Wukong, but whoever gets the Wukong is gonna do very well on average. Also, I'm getting a lot faster fights than I tend to normally, so yeah, I have to use more games, but I'm okay with that. I am living the good life now, and I'm getting 1000 games every week from Plarium, so games are not really an issue anymore. I haven't really been saving them either. I'm just buying them, using them to buy ancients, and not being like stingy or sparse with them at all, but it's still fine. I get a new dose of gems every week, and I can survive the rest of the week with that. If you're interested, the day that we get the CC gems are on Friday, so not Monday but Friday. Or that's when we are supposed to get it, but sometimes they forgot to do it and they do it later as well. Am I gonna get my favorite team again? Okay, what? I guess he's technically using +4 Nukers, and it's gonna be so funny if I lose to this team, but this is probably literally the worst team I have ever met in Gold 1. I'm getting those scam phishing emails because my email address is public on the YouTube. That's kind of annoying. I'm getting so much spam on my email because of the YouTube thing. I wasn't before, but now I'm getting so much of it. But yeah, I'm not sure what's up with this team. Did he just want to pick his empowered Nukers to flex on me? Or is he actually using those two Nukers? Honestly, I kind of find it hard to believe. Unless it just happens to be that he was planning to use the same Nukers that I'm using, but I'm definitely, for once, I have much better team than the enemy does. I mean, Siphi and Nakarada are both, of course, very good, but with those two Nukers, there's really nothing to worry about for me. Even Trandavu is considered to be very high damage Nuker, but that's in the traditional sense. It doesn't have ignore defense, and with the modern standards, my Duchess is so tanky that even a Tranda will have a very hard time killing it and can't really do it easily. And with the support from UDK and Helicat, it's not gonna be easy at all for him to do it. Okay, let's see a big hit. How much can I do with Wukong? I think we're gonna see something, a big number. Yeah, 300k. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if I should even be proud of this win because he was using Nakarada and Tranda, but I'm suspecting that he was just maybe trolling me with those picks. I mean, it definitely sucks, but I mean that he has those champions at +4 and not something else, but then again, Harima and Wukong are pretty good champions. And what are the rest of the good non-void Nukers? I guess there's like Rotos and Ragas, yeah. Maybe he could have one of those empowered instead of these two, and I'm sure that that thought definitely sucks for him, but it is what it is. I wish I had empowered champions as well. I mean, not those two, but something actually useful. Imagine having a +4 Harima. I mean, I have definitely seen multiple people with it, and I don't know. I think I would destroy the live arena if I had a +4 Harima. I think my teams would be so slow fight and so annoying to people that some of the hardcore arena players, they will just quit the fights against me and they wouldn't even bother trying to do a 30-minute fight against me with their teams. If I just go with my bolster Duchess and bolster Nakarada and Harima and Helicat and go for like super style tank team, I don't think even those Taras teams want to face that kind of BS, but that's definitely what I would run with him. Yeah, if he lets me, then I'm gonna go with Helicat and Rotos again, and like I said multiple times, it's definitely my current best team if I can use it. Assuming that there's no Harima or Ukko and so on, but in the ideal conditions it is. And often when they pick a Taras Maritzka Siphi team, that kind of locks them into so many specific champions that even though it's insanely good team and better than anything else, but this setup can actually do fairly well against that team. It's not like I'm gonna win every fight, but I can definitely win those fights, like I have today as well. Yeah, this is very hard. I hope his last pick isn't like Harima, but to be honest, it probably is going to be Harima, I assume. I mean, I'm picking two Nukers that ignore defense. And he has 2 +4 Void champions, so surely he has Harima. I mean, I can't make any champion on my account a +4, even a non-void bad champion. Literally, the closest I can get is +3 on Brogni. But he has 2 +4 void champions. Probably he has Harima, like, surely. Like, I can definitely guarantee, yeah, of course, +1 Harima. Even if I play this game for like 15 years, There's no way that I will ever have a +4 Void champion. Let's be honest. I wonder how many Void champions this guy has pulled, but it must be a lot, like, surely. I have pulled 9. 9 or 8, I almost forget, but not even 10. It's 9 or 8. I conflate the numbers sometimes, but either 8 or 9 pulls. And I'm gonna have one more Void champion this year, because I will have my PT pool by the end of the year, so that's nice. Okay, well, this fight didn't go that well though. Hopefully my PT pool will go a lot better than this fight. Last time that I had my PT pool, it was kind of funny because it was a PT pool, but I also got another Void Legendary in the same pool, which is the first time ever that I have done that. And it was a Tormin and Acrisia, so they are both kind of good champions, but not what I wanted. And I was pretty sad about getting Acrisia, not that she isn't the best PvE nuker in the game, but of course I was hoping for PvP champions, and I was a bit sad about it. And I got so many people angry at me that how can I cry about pulling a Maritzka? I mean, not Maritzka. I wouldn't have cried if I pulled a Maritzka, but how can I cry about pulling Acrisia? But I really got sad the moment that I pulled him, because that's like 6 months worth of playing the game to get a pity pool on Voids without buying any of them. But in the end, that I kind of the Acrisia pool grew on me. I mean, first of all, I was able to auto Nightmare Hydra after it, which I wasn't. Well, I was able to do it before, but like 1 in like 10 or 15 tries would do it. But after that, I could easily do it. And now, pretty much only because I pulled Acrisia, I can get the best key in the Hydra CVC, which I definitely wouldn't be able to do without Acrisia. So in the end, actually, the last champion, or the last time that I had a pity pool on Voids, it did play out pretty good, even though it wasn't the way I wanted it to go. But hopefully this time it will be an actual PvP champion. Something like Lockout or Sifi or Ukraine Duo. That's basically what I want to see. And what everybody else in this game wants to see, to be fair. What do I want to pick as my last option? It's definitely not going to be Helicat this time, so who should we go with? Maybe I should just go with Python. That's kind of the... Well, actually, should I just go with Necret? I haven't been using Necret at all lately. Yeah, let's just go with Necret. It's kind of funny because Necret is definitely the best pull I have ever had on my account, and I have been relying on him a lot in the past. Some would even say that my account has been carried by Necret, but lately I haven't been using Necret that much. Probably, if you noticed in today's video, I have mostly been favoring UTK and Helicat over Necret, but in fights where I can't use one of them, then I probably still want to go with Necret. And even if he did end up banning Necret, but I probably prefer this team than having Necret instead of Duchess. Wait, I accidentally picked the wrong Duchess, I didn't even notice that one. This one is in Stone Skin and not Bolster, so she's not gonna get any heals, and this might not be a good thing. His Sifi is very squishy though. Maybe I can get a break with that. But I think, well, yeah, he's just gonna one-shot the Dodgers with Taros. This one doesn't have anywhere as tanky build as the other one. I totally didn't realize that I did that mistake at all. Only long after the big phase was over. Well, to be fair, probably I would have lost anyway, but maybe not. Maybe my Rotos would have survived the Harima A2 with the bolster shield. I don't know. Yeah, that sucks, but I can only blame myself. Okay, let's get one more win for the end of the video. Then I can go sleep happy. I mean, we definitely didn't lose points today. Okay, we got the fight against Anonymous again. I was actually just talking with him before this video. Okay, let me pull it up. In case anybody is interested, wait, let me pick. So he also has the channel, and he actually used to be in Mad at one time, but he's not anymore, and he's in CHQ and has been in IPR and is apparently gonna go back to IPR, but he does make videos. He's trying to get into the content creator program. I guess I think yeah, at one point he wasn't doing, but he is doing videos like fairly frequently. But his big goal is to get into the CC program. So if you want to help him out, go subscribe to his channel, so maybe he can get some free gems. Would I want to pick? Maybe I'll go with Python this time, so that maybe I can cleanse the decreased defense. I know that he hangs a lot in like Twitch streams and like the raid chats, because he has like this very big medical condition that he's not really able to do anything, and is confined into bed, and he's just playing a lot of raid. So everybody pretty much knows him because he talks a lot in different chats. Yeah, let's go with Helicat. But yeah, go subscribe to his channel and help him out, so that maybe he can get to the CC program. I remember when I started out, well, okay, to be fair, I already had like more than 1k subs at that point, but I also got pretty big help early on, because I think I was maybe like 1.5k subs or something, and then I did a video about Chaosor, and then I remember that Hellhades watched it and then made kind of like his own not like a reaction video, but like well, he basically made a video about the same topic, and then he shouted out my channel, and I got like 500 subs in like 2 days or something insane, and it helped me to kickstart my channel big time. So thanks a lot to him for that, by the way. And probably, or definitely my shoutouts isn't gonna give Anonymous a lot of subscribers, but maybe he can get a couple. If you don't recognize this name, but you might recognize him as Anonymous on Twitch, because I know that he does talk in Twitch, so... Wait, he's also using Karato. I've had multiple fights against Karato today. He's somehow surging in popularity. I guess there was a showcase about his passive that he did destroy Rotos. By the way, what's gonna happen with Wukong passive? Okay, never mind. I was gonna say that is Wukong still gonna get revived or not, what he did. Yeah, too bad that if I was able to hit somebody other than the Duchess now with the A2, I would definitely hurt his team, but oh nice, Nakarada still died. Maybe on next turn, if Wukong gets another turn, maybe I can still do a comeback. Ragas is definitely one of my most wanted champions. I mean, Harima is still definitely better, but Ragas is pretty good too. And definitely better than Staldus for multiple reasons. But he does both self defense buff and decrease defense on enemies, so he's kind of like a one-man army. Okay, interesting. I'm definitely gonna blow him up, but I don't know if I want to hit the Necret with the A2 because it has strengthen. But then I'm not gonna kill the Ragas, but let's hit the Duchess. Yeah, I think maybe if I hit the Necret, the Duchess wouldn't have died, so I wanted to kind of play it safe. But if I had enough damage to kill the Duchess as well, then Ragas would have died too, because he would have lost the ally protection before he took any damage. But I was kind of trying to play it safe and make sure that Duchess dies. But maybe we're good. I feel like I can still kind of win because Ragas can just destroy my team in one turn. But I have one turn left of immunity, and surely I will survive long enough to finish it off, right? I can still lose this fight, it's not over yet. And he revives Rotos at 50%, so he can also get one shot. I think he has the AoE nuke. No? Okay. He didn't kill Rotos. I'm pretty sure he could have, but maybe he was tanky enough. Damn, I have to hit Ragas because the Necret Whale, but I don't know if I have the damage to pull it off. Probably I still do. I mean, he's Spirit Affinity too, so... Okay, not even close. I mean, it is a defense scaling Nuker with defense buff, so... I guess it makes sense. If it was something like George, I'm kind of used to that you can easily kill them through Necret protection, but I guess it wasn't possible there. Can I still make a comeback with Wukong? The Dragon's Whale is proving to be very annoying. Yeah, if it wasn't for the whale or Necrat, I could easily kill it, but I'm just not able to do anything. Nice. The Wukong passive is so annoying, like he's always on the verge of winning, and then Wukong gets revived and he can kill either Wukong or Rotos, and the fight keeps going on. Yeah, okay, wait. I don't think I can even kill him now. I have decreased attack on me and he has defense buff, so... Okay, extra turn. Okay, good. Okay. That was very close. I definitely could have lost it, but somehow we made it. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. It's once again I'm kind of tired and it's time for me to go sleep. Probably not for you if you're watching this video, because I will post it tomorrow, and I've heard that people often watch my videos during when they're working during the day, so you're probably not watching it at night like when I'm making this video. Yeah, we had the kind of same deal that we did good at the start, but then we had a lost streak and then we made a comeback in the end. Definitely every fight that I was getting my core team, I was doing pretty well, and I was also doing very bad against enemy Wukong teams. Like those fights definitely stood out where they got Wukong and I got destroyed by them. Yeah, my voice is tapping out at this point. Anyway, that's it for today and see ya.